12 News breaking news now.
Good evening. Crews are currently battling a wildfire north of Sedona that has already prompted evacuations and shut down a part of State Route 89A. Forest officials confirm the fire is burning on national forest land. It's burned about 500 acres.
Coconino County has issued a go order for visitors and residents in Oak Creek Canyon between Sedona and Forest Highlands. The order includes dispersed camping around the West Fork and nearby areas above the rim.
State Route 89A closed in both directions from Sedona milepost 374 to I-17 near Flagstaff. Right now, there is no estimated time on when the road will reopen.
And as the night settles in, flames can be seen throughout the region. This video was sent to us by a viewer who can see the fire there, and they're seeing it from the city of Jerome. That is about 31 miles from Sedona. And then earlier tonight, we spoke with Randy Schaefer with the U.S. Forest Service.
She said right now, both rangers and sheriff's deputies are trying to evacuate residents who live in that area.
To those evacuation orders, we're advising folks to avoid travel down Woody Mountain Road. That's Forest Road 231 to the edge of the world area, just so that they don't impede our firefighting operations. We are also asking folks to avoid drone use in the areas, as drones can really impede firefighting efforts, especially when we're using aerial resources.
The American Red Cross has also opened up a shelter for evacuees. It's located at Sedona Red Rock High School. And joining us on the phone right now is John Paxton from the Coconino County Sheriff's Office. John, thanks for joining us. How bad is this right now?
Well, I'll leave the damage that's being done by the fire right now. I know that we are working on evacuations right now. We also have some extended trails such as West Fork, which we could potentially have multiple dispersed campers up in that area. So we've deployed SAR teams up into that region. That's a 14-mile long canyon. Obviously, it's Friday night, the beginning of the weekend. So the canyon was full at that point, and we're in the process of still working on evacuations.
And John, what is your biggest concern right now with this fire?
Well, obviously it's people. Once again, it was Friday night in June, which means the most campgrounds were full, and we are just trying to make sure we make contact with as many people as we can. I think the biggest concern we have right now is potentially going to be those dispersed campers that may be off trail or up a ways on some of these more extended, long trails where they have to camp at least 5 miles back. So that's probably our biggest concern right now.
And John, sometimes when we see these fires, they break out in a very remote area where there are no people or buildings. But when you're talking about Oak Creek Canyon, you've got a lot of folks who live there, who have second homes there, who come up for the weekend, and it happens to be Father's Day weekend.
Correct.
With the way this fire is moving right now and with the wind conditions, how do you think this is going to track?
Oh, I won't speculate on that. I know the wind seems to be picking up a little bit here, but I'll leave those statistics and how the fire is going to react. I'll leave that to the Forest Service.
Human caused?
I don't know at this time. It's my understanding this started at a location called the Edge of the World, and that's the only information I have on that. But it coming down the side of the rim there prompted this evacuation and concern.
And John, for those folks who are watching right now, do you have any advice for people who are going to be out and about across our state as we head into this wildfire season?
Yeah, obviously, if this was human-caused, if this was man-made caused, we were under fire restrictions right now. No campfires were allowed at that time. So we just ask that people, for an obvious reason right now, is to follow those rules. This is why these are out there, because it is such a dangerous time right now for wildfires.
All right, John Paxton, thank you so much. I know you've got a long night ahead of you getting people out and finding people who maybe haven't heard that there's a fire burning, so we'll let you get to it, but we appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All right, let's bring in meteorologist Chris Dunn.
Chris, is there anything contributing to the fire in terms of weather conditions?
Well, just the fact that it has been so dry and just a little bit of wind to stir things up can only make things worse. We've seen typical heat. Sedona, for example, hit 93 degrees today. It's been very dry. Only about 1 inch of rain so far this year at Sedona. And in Phoenix, only about 1/3 of an inch of rain since the start of the year. And this will probably be the second driest first half of the year on record. And not too windy. That wind can fan the flames. We'll check out the wind right now. 6-mile-per-hour winds reported at the Sedona airport. It's currently calm in Flagstaff, but we'll go through this daily cycle and where the winds start to pick up in the afternoon out of the southwest. 19-mile-per-hour, 20-mile-per-hour winds, Prescott, 19 in Flagstaff. Not super totally windy like it has been so far this spring and early summer season. The stronger winds out here a little bit farther to the east. That's where we have a red flag warning for the high fire danger, northeastern Arizona. 5 to 10% relative humidities and wind gusts to 35 miles per hour. But the fire danger level on our scale, if you get into the 4s, 5s, and 6s, that's closer to the extreme level, and we will find a lot of that across northern Arizona through the day tomorrow, especially in the afternoon. Back to you.
All right, Chris, thank you.